This is Nancy Gurish. Welcome to my spiritual walkway. I'm going to be developing this channel more and more. I've been trying to be, going to get more consistent. Today I want to talk about the divine will and Luisa Piccaretta. And I want to tell you, I know this much about it. I got introduced to Luisa Piccaretta about 2 years ago, I want to say. It's been about 2 years ago that we purchased this in our household. The entire volume, this is volume 1 of Luisa's writings. Luisa Piccaretta is a little lady that lived in Italy, probably, way back, and somehow Jesus came to her, and as he spoke to her, she wrote them out. She wrote out what he was telling her and what he wanted her to say. And these are her writings. These are the volumes, okay? Now, for one thing that stands out to me, this is as I would write. As being a woman, she wasn't well educated. She was only possibly around 15 years old when she started doing this, getting the word from Jesus. And it's as a woman would write. It's just plain writing and writing and writing. If it was anything that anyone wanted to and give instructionally, it wouldn't be written in this. It's an informal format. And the thing I wanted to share today is that in the place that I read, which was a very short amount, there's a gads full of information to learn, gads full of stuff to learn. Here's a little mark in the book where I read. I'm not the only one reading this in the house, okay? So I have somebody to share this with, and as I learn it, I'll share it with you. And there's really good videos about her writings on YouTube already. There's one person in particular I know who speaks about it very informally and educates in a very simple way. But I just want to share with you that I know people who know the Bible really well. People who know the Bible very well say that one person said it this way: they can read it over and over and over, the same things, and different things come out, and they keep learning new things from the same Bible source. You know, it's like you cannot stop learning when you read the Bible. I'm a member of a fellowship for my alcoholism that is supposed to be anonymous, and I'm not trying to break my anonymity. But that book is said to be, I know that book, okay? That's a book that's written, God-inspired written, and I know that when I read that book, no matter how many times you read it, you can learn something again and again and again. And that book came from somewhat from Christian theology. Okay, some of it was derived from that type of stuff. And it was something called, the framework of that thing was called the Oxford Movement. It was a spiritual group in the United States, at least, probably across the world at that time, where some of the works of it were derived from, and from the Sermon on the Mount. Some of those teachings are in there. And I know that it gives you a taste and a feeling of what comes out of the Bible, and of good living, good truths, you know, things like the Golden Rule. And I know that that book I can read over and over and over and keep learning. Someone else told me they can read the Bible over and over and keep learning, and I know that to be true now because they said it. So what I see in this, I see the same thing. I can see the instructional wisdom in the words that she wrote down. And I was thinking of this morning. I believe I read, maybe I started at the beginning. I don't know, but it was only like, say from here, how much? 2 pages, 2.5 pages. And from that writing, I knew you could write an entire book on those 2.5 pages. That's how much knowledge is in this. And it's like, these are the words that she says: the call of the creature to return to the order, to die, to return to the order, comma, to the place and to the purpose for which it was created by God. Now, there's a couple things that I had trouble with when I started learning about Louisa. We're called creatures, and she is referred to as it, the creature, from which it was, with a capital I, was created by God. I didn't know. I thought I had my phone undone. So I hope that's going to be it. So that's what the problems I had with it was us being called creatures. But that's a pride thing, and that's a lack of knowledge. It's actually not pride as much as it is a lack of knowledge of what the wisdom of the Bible teaches about us or God. We are God's creatures. And another thing, I might talk about that in another video. My phone. Another thing is the vernacular of today interferes with what Louisa transmits. She uses the word to kiss God, and she uses the word love a lot, and kiss. I put my kiss on, and that's used a lot in the Catholic Church. And when we take the word kiss from the simple way that we understand the word, it tarnishes the true meaning of the word kiss and the words love. She uses expressions like she puts her love on this and puts her love on that. And it's not to say that I'm going to be thinking she's thinking of it in a less than good way, but it's just we use those words so loosely we don't understand the meaning of those words. And when did Louisa write this? In 1903, is March 12, 1903. The volumes go, I mean, there's words that are from the Bible that we have since, like bastardized. That's a good word, ain't it? If you don't know me and you want to see me at my regular channel, that's Nancy Gurish. And then I have a channel where I talk about technical things that I know. And I have this spiritual walkway, and then I have a vlog channel where I talk very, very informally. I'm getting over a cold, and so that's why, so I'm a little bit stumbly and not feeling so up to par. I'm going to be talking soon about sassafras tea. This is chamomile. There's a mystery surrounding sassafras tea, and possibly a conspiracy. Maybe two. I'm thinking of another one, and somebody else pointed out the other one, and I'm going to talk about that on my regular channel very shortly. Thank you for coming by my spiritual walkway. Peace, Buttercups.